Top of the morning, YouTube. This is your boy, DTK News. Thank y'all for joining in. Now, I got a great um de- debate about. Now, tell me what y'all think about Donald Trump. And then do y'all stand behind the shit that Donald Trump is doing? Because I don't. Because what I've seen so far is that Donald Trump is fucking everything up. The first issue that I have with Donald Trump is the motherfucker is raising the gas. The cost of living is high as hell in Fresno, California. They getting rid of most of the workers, making everything fucked up for everybody. And and half of these motherfuckers is going around supporting this motherfucker and supporting everything that he do. Well, I don't. I don't support nothing that he do. I don't support nothing he stand for, or I don't support nothing that he be talking about. For example, I seen on the news how he going around bombing them ships from China, Korea, and stuff like that. I don't condone that. That motherfucker should just leave them alone and stop trying to make war over gas. Already the gas prices is going up $6 $6. That's too much for people to invest in gas, knowing damn well they gotta go to work, they gotta go to school. You feel me? The parents need to go to work, pick their kids up, take their kids to their soccer games and stuff like that. They're not gonna be able to afford. They're not gonna be able to afford gas, or they're not gonna afford to buy food for their kids, or they're not gonna be able to afford the cost of living here in Fresno, California. Like yesterday, right? I was sitting back doing some research, whatever, right? Um, I called these one apartment complexes that everybody say they're supposed to be low income, right? Guess what? Guess how much them motherfuckers want for a 1 bedroom? Them motherfuckers want 15 racks for a 1 bedroom. Some some of them won't want you to make 2 times the rent for a 1 bedroom. It's like, are you crazy? That's too much. How the fuck is we gonna afford that? Ain't nobody working enough hours. You feel me? And it's like y'all want us to go to the grocery store, buy our food, and put gas in our car, order for us to take our kids to school, go to work, do this, do that, do that. That's too much money that we're spending on gas. And you gonna try to raise the prices up on the food, the apartments, and stuff like that. It's like it's too much. The weight is on everybody. You know, it's some things that people can afford, and there's some things that people can't afford. And this motherfucker is sitting back on the news trying to start a war with other countries and shit like that. Like they just arrested the Chinese lady. You know, they arrested her for treason. I don't know if y'all know what that is or not, but I'm gonna explain to y'all what treasoning is. It is turning your back on your country, just like other people do other people. Uh, yeah, and that's pretty fucked up, you know, because all he's gonna do is just send everybody back to the poorhouse. That's what Donald Trump gonna do is send everybody back to the poorhouse because it's hard enough getting up, going to work day after day, and still not making enough money to support the family and stuff like that. You know, Donald Trump, he say that he making more jobs for it. No, the nigga ain't making more jobs for everybody. Like he's still firing people, and he say he trying to make America great again. How the fuck is he making America great again? And he going around doing all this dumb shit. Like, um, what was that? Earlier today on the news, right? They was talking about Donald Trump then bombed another ship from uh Japan, or was it Korea? I know it was one of them. Then a couple of weeks back, yonder, they Donald Trump killed their leader from one of them foreign countries. Then this motherfucker say that he gonna deport all the Mexicans back to Mexico. Nigga, we should deport your ass back over there where all them white folks at. Even though I don't know where them white folks is at, but still, how the fuck you gonna do that? Then he said that he gonna uh build the wall and stuff like that to keep other races out. Nigga, are you stupid? You can't do shit like that. Like, this motherfucker going around here doing all this, doing all that. And it's like, nigga, all you doing is just making us pay more. You're making us pay more for gas, more insurance. The cost of living is going up. The food prices is going up. They banning the whole they banning a whole lot of things here in the state of California. The other day, I turned on the news. I was looking at the news, and they was having a debate, whatever. And I seen that one of them politicians was talking about that they was cutting a whole lot of things out. Well, like they was cutting out the disability, uh, they was cutting people paychecks. Like most of the people that was laid off, they still didn't go back to work because they have no job to go back to. And it's like, motherfucker, don't you see what you're doing? It's like half of the places then closed down because of the pandemic. They never opened back up. It's like, dude, how are we supposed to survive? Why the rest of us is going broke to trying to survive, you motherfuckers is sitting here making money and trying to con motherfuckers and trying to con motherfuckers into to all kind of things. You feel me? And it's like, You say that you for the people. No, nigga, you ain't for the people. You for them crooked ass politicians and all them other motherfuckers that's crooked. And then this motherfucker Donald Trump, this motherfucker was caught doing something, right? And the motherfucker ain't even finna face no jail time. Like everybody else that get caught doing certain things and shit, them motherfuckers go to jail. Them motherfuckers have a fine to pay and shit like this. But this motherfucker have no fines to pay. Oh hell, they didn't even send the motherfucker to jail. And it's like, man, you was a fucked up president. You know, this motherfucker fuck up everything in one day. See, if other people fuck up, they like it'll take them a while to fuck up things. But this motherfucker fuck up everything. This motherfucker fuck up everything. And then some lady, I seen some lady, right? And she say on her shirt, right? It says, I'm a Trump supporter. And I asked her, I was like, hey, excuse me, ma'am, how are you gonna support Donald Trump if this motherfucker is sitting back getting rich and the poor is getting poorer? She looking at me like why wouldn't I support him? He's doing he's doing great things for America. He said that he gonna make America great again. Oh, I'm looking at her. I was like, I'm sitting here in my head thinking like, bitch, are you for real? You gonna sit here and say that he's making America great again? No, he's not. All he's doing is is fucking everything over. You know, like um the other day, right? Some lady asked me, "Hey, are you gonna vote?" Fuck no, I'm not gonna vote. Why should I? Why should I vote? Are like honestly, the people that's voting, more power to you. It's cool to see that y'all going out there trying to change things, whatever the case is. But that ain't gonna help nothing. Just by us voting and signing petitions and and all that bullshit, that don't mean that they gonna fix any of it. You know, that don't mean that they gonna try to make things happen for the community, knowing damn well it ain't gonna happen. Oh, the next thing on my agenda that I wanted to talk about. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, what do y'all think about the Chinese lady that they arrested? Do you think she's gonna face up to the 30 years or whatever they said that they was gonna give her? I don't think I don't think that she gonna get no time because for the fact is that she was working for the government. She's Asian. Okay, she's from one of them third world countries, and they picked her up for treason, and I don't think that they gonna give her any time. They probably gonna do her like they did Donald Trump. They probably gonna let her go with no fines to pay, without doing no jail time or anything like that. And she was working for for her ex-dude. See, they arrested her, but they didn't arrest Cuz. And and he was right there beside her. It's like, damn, if your ex bitch get arrested, your ass supposed to get arrested right along with her. Even if y'all not together. You feel me? That's that's how it is. That's how it's supposed to go. But most people don't see it that way. You feel me? And it's like y'all some crooked ass motherfuckers. You know, y'all don't stand on the shit that y'all say that y'all gonna do. Like, when was this? A couple of months back yonder, I see on the news how they was talking about the high speed rail. It's like, okay, y'all say that y'all gonna do this, y'all gonna do that with the high speed rail, y'all gonna do that. Then where is it at? Where is it at? Y'all giving all the money to these motherfucking crooked ass politicians to help them, and it's like, damn, all that money that y'all set back, collected, y'all supposed to take that money and invest it in doing little things. But y'all take that money and y'all want to go and do other things with it. You know, y'all, and then the government is already fucking everything off because the government say that they gonna do this, do that, do this, and do that, and the government is the one that is taking the money away from the people. So how is the people supposed to accomplish something and to push forward with no government funding? Like a couple of weeks back, the government say that he gonna give them money to fix up the housing and do this and do that for the unhoused people. And I still don't see the motherfucker doing none of that. I don't see them doing nothing that they say that they gonna do. Oh hell, them motherfuckers ain't even finished the apartments right there on what is that? Blackstone, right there, right there by Manchester Mall. They still ain't got them motherfuckers fixed up. They still working on that. They still working on the high speed rail. Nigga, y'all been working on that motherfucker for like what? Like 4 years? Some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, y'all still ain't got it done. Y'all say y'all supposed to fix the streets and fix little things. Y'all motherfuckers still ain't done it. Why haven't y'all done it? Because y'all motherfuckers is filling motherfuckers' heads up with a whole bunch of nonsense. And I don't think that that's right. I don't think that that's fair to be mind fucking people. That ain't gangster at all. That ain't gangster at all. To be sitting back mind fucking people. Because all the politicians is a whole bunch of pimps. That's what the politicians are. That's what Donald Trump is. A pimp. And it's like damn. How, why y'all gonna do that to the people, knowing damn well that the people need to live, they need to survive, but yet y'all want to go taking things from the kids in school. They want to go and cutting stuff from the school that the kids need. Like, when was this? Last week, right? I went up there to my little cousin's school to pick her up, whatever, right? And I seen that they had a sign up there that said that they was taking out music in the school and that they was taking out uh what was that? Uh Religion in school and was taking oh, that's what it was. And they was also taking fundings from the teachers and shit like that. It's like what the fuck? What the fuck is y'all doing? Like them teachers is supposed to be teaching the kids. You feel me? Y'all y'all not supposed to be taking the teachers from the kids. That's why there's so many of them disrespectful son of a bitches running around now. That's why them son of a bitches don't know nothing about loyalty because they was never taught about loyalty. They was never taught how to stand on business. They was never taught how to go to school and get an education. For you won't be like this dumb motherfucker over here that's sitting back on the porch drinking hooch every day. Yeah. And it's like the kids need that. You know, the kids the kids need little things like that. The kids need the teachers to help them with their work. Sorry about that. The airplane is going by right now. Well, see, if if the teachers spend more time helping, see, if the teachers spend more time helping the kids would become better than what their parents is and what their parents was. You feel me? Um, the kids will have more respect. You feel me? But they didn't fuck that off. It's a whole lot of things that I don't agree with. Damn, it's so many it's so many things that I don't think is right, but I ain't got enough time to explain everything and to give my input on everything that's going on in the world today. So all I'm gonna do is just touch the some subjects. All I'm gonna do is just touch the some subjects like yeah, what do y'all think about a world abomination? Let me know how y'all feel about the subjects that we did discuss. You know, yeah, let me know what y'all input is. You know, I know some people may be sitting back saying, this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. This motherfucker don't know what he stand for. I might not I might not know everything, but I do know what the fuck I'm talking about. I do know what I see on TV. That's why I watch the news every day because you can learn a lot by watching the news because you can sit there and learn what what the what the police is doing, how the police can kill you and get away with it, how how the police going around harassing people and stuff like that. It's all kind of shit that they be doing, and the people they don't know because they don't take the time to acknowledge different things. They see what they want to see and they hear what they want to hear. Like, well, most people they don't want to hear the truth. They think if we tell them the truth, they gonna say, "Oh, you lying. This is not how it is. This is not." No, we're not lying. We speaking the truth. You feel me? Just like just like earlier in Chicago, the police, them motherfuckers had a call, right? They said that somebody was over here, um, they had a firearm and was doing this and doing that. Well, when the police showed up, they got out the car and started shooting at an unarmed victim. They wound up killing they wound up killing him. Okay. He didn't have a gun on him. The gun was found 20 feet up yonder away from the unarmed suspect. And the police officers that that fired their weapons without doing no investigation, trying to find out what happened. Was there any shots fired or nothing? They didn't do none of that. Well, all they did was relieve the police officers and suspend the police officers, and they're gonna go and do their whole investigation and stuff like that. Y'all motherfuckers was supposed to do that when y'all showed up on the scene. Soon as y'all got that call, y'all was supposed to show up to the scene and ask questions. What happened? Did anybody see anything? Is this the gentleman that y'all said did this, did that, did whatever the case may be? They didn't do that. All they did was show up, hop out the car, pow pow, overkilled that man. And when they rushed him to the hospital, he was already DOA. He was already DOA. Like the police ain't supposed to do that. You feel me? They didn't even read the man his rights. You feel me? They didn't even tell the man that he was being detained. You feel me? It's like, okay, if you show up to a crime scene, you have to ask questions by law. If you don't, then you a crooked ass motherfucker. You feel me? That'll be just like me showing up over here for my cousin or for one of my niggas or for one of my homegirls trying to fight this nigga, this nigga, or this bitch. And for what? I didn't I didn't pull up and find out what happened, what was said, what was did, or nothing. You feel me? That'll that'll make me wrong. That'll make me wrong because for the simple fact is that I'm putting myself in danger and I'm putting my folks in danger. You feel me? The same thing with the police. They didn't know what the fuck they was walking into. They could have been walking into an ambush and got all of them killed, including including the victim. And it's like just because just because somebody said something, did something, you still supposed to find out what happened. You supposed to go investigate that shit. But anyways, with that being said, is they killed this motherfucker for nothing. Didn't know if he had a gun on him. They didn't ask him no questions. They didn't even investigate the crime scene. You feel me? They didn't even go check the cameras. They didn't even go to the community to find out what happened. How why would yeah. Then oh the same thing happened in Fresno a couple of days ago. The police they they done shot and killed that youngster over there off of what was that? Belmont and Olive area because they thought that he was involved in a stick up and everything, all this. They shot him for nothing. And you wanna know what's really fucked up? It was the wrong motherfucker. You feel me? The one that they shot was a motherfucking minor. The minor was coming home from school. Him and his partners. They going they going home from school. In order for the police to do some shit like that, that's fucked up. Like that's what I'm telling y'all. Like go and read the law book. Go and find out certain things, what people can do and what people can't. You feel me? Because if y'all don't find out certain things, y'all gonna fuck around and get fucked off. Like for real, for real. If y'all don't find out what everybody can do and what they can't do, you gonna fuck around and get fucked off because they gonna send your ass to jail, and then from jail y'all gonna go to court. Once y'all go to court, y'all gonna be stuck like Chuck because they gon' they gonna bring up some charges. They gon' they gonna bring up some charges on you, and you not even gonna know what the charges are because they not gonna tell you nothing. Your public pretender, he ain't gonna tell you nothing. He ain't gonna tell you nothing, or she ain't gonna tell you nothing. They just gonna go right along with the judge. Trust me, I know, cause I had that happen. I had that happen to me, you know. But the thing with me is that they tried to get me for double jeopardy, and I don't know if y'all know what that means. But double jeopardy is when they try to charge you for the same crime twice, and you didn't already did time for whatever it is that you did. You feel me? Like they got me. Like they picked me up for assault with a deadly weapon, possession of a loaded firearm, and been a convicted felon. Okay. I went, done time, done time for my case. 2 years later, get out. I was out for about 4 years. 4 years later, that they picking me up on the same crime that they charged me with 2 years prior. And then in the alpha data, I don't know if y'all know what that means, but the alpha data is the paperwork, the evidence. Well, in the evidence that the lawyer and the judge had, they said that they was gonna charge me with a new crime. And you wanna know what that new crime was that they was trying to charge me with? They was trying to charge me with possession of a loaded firearm, a robbery, and assault with a deadly weapon. And I'm sitting there in court listening to everything that they saying, and I told my lawyer, I was like, hold on, that's not true, because I just got done for doing 2.5 years. I just got done doing 2.5 years for that crime. Got out. 4 years later, I get stopped by the police because I didn't have no tags on the car, and the car was repoed, and I just happened to get caught in the car. Well, all that they was supposed to charge me for was a car that was repoed. They didn't even charge me with. They didn't say nothing about the car that was repoed. But when we got to court, they tried to charge me for some shit that happened 2 years back yonder. And I'm like, hey, y'all can't do that. That's double jeopardy. Y'all can't charge me twice for the same crime that I just got done doing time for. Y'all can't do that. Y'all is not allowed to do that. So when I broke it down, when I broke it down to the lawyer and I broke it down to the judge them is looking at me like, hey, how how you know about this, how you know about that, and how you know what what they was trying to get you for. It's like, okay, when I was locked up, I was reading the law books, and I was reading over my paperwork. I was reading through all my paperwork, seeing was there any false information in my paperwork. That's how that's how I came across that. That's how I came across that, and stuff like that. I didn't know what double jeopardy meant, so I go to the law library, and I'm reading the books, sitting there trying to educate myself, and I came across the word double jeopardy. I was sitting there reading whatever, whatever. So I jot down a couple of notes, whatever, whatever. And when I got to court, I had brought all that up. I was like, hold on, you know, in when I came to court last time, all that y'all talking about now was not in the affidavit. It wasn't in the paperwork that y'all gave me last time, because I have sat there and I've been reading over my paperwork, found out what everybody said, what charges that they took and stuff like that. And I told the judge, I was like, hold on, that that was not in the alpha data that you guys have presented to me last time. So where did all these new charges come from? How did you guys bring these new charges up on me? And I've been out of jail for 4 years. I've been out of jail for 4 years. So where did all this new evidence come from? And they looking at me like, oh, this new evidence was presented through the DEA. And I'm like, okay, but the DEA has 3 days to present any new evidence. Within those 3 days, if they don't present no new evidence, or if they don't present any witnesses or surveillance, that evidence is inconclusive, which means obsolete. They can't use that. They cannot use that as evidence against you. That's something that they can't do. Lest they hit you with a new charge that's pertaining to the charges that you had before. Then they could do that. But if your charge is a robbery, but they try to charge you with something else besides a robbery, they can't do that. If you cop to the robbery and they sentence you to to however many years that they want to give you, okay, that's fine and dandy. Go do your time and come home. But if they try to hit you with the same charge 4 years later or 5 years later, they cannot do that. Because in the law book, it says that they cannot hit you for double jeopardy. They can't do that. So if the judge try to hit you with double jeopardy, that right there is not going to stand. Because the DEA is not going to let that stand. Like, that's why I'm telling y'all, like, go pick up a book and read it and learn the laws, because each state has different laws and rules and regulations. Like, if you don't abide by those rules or those laws or those regulations, you're fucked. Like, one of the rules down in Texas, if you get caught with marijuana, or if you get caught with a blick, you're done. That's 15 years off the bat. That that's that's 15 years off the rip. If you get if you get caught with some cocaine, or if you get caught with marijuana and you got a blick, you wanna know how much time that is? That's 27. That's 27 years off the rip in Texas. You know how I know? Ask me how I know. Because I got in trouble for drug trafficking. And I don't know if y'all know what drug trafficking is. That means if you get caught with drugs and it's already packaged up and stuff like that, and you're going across the border, they will arrest you. You will be going to jail. I was going down to Mexico. I was going down to Mexico with one of my partners. We was going to Tijuana. I was driving. We just happened to get pulled over at the border. And then from there, it was over. From there, it was over. I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't do nothing. I had to go and eat that time. I had to go and eat that time. Like, and when I was out there in Mexico, I was asking, who was I? Oh, I was asking the CEO. I was like, hey, cuz, can you take me to the law library? So I was in the law library, got to reading their books, whatever, whatever. Like, for instance, I didn't know if you get caught in Mexico with drugs, guns, anything like that, that holds up to 60 years in Mexico. You feel me? Like, if you got a warrant from the United States, and if you go to like uh Mexico or or Dubai or any of those foreign countries, they cannot come and get you. They can't come and get you. They cannot extradite you because, oh, excuse me, because in those states they have this law called no extradition, no indictments. So the only way that they can indict you, only if they catch you before you get to your destination. That means if you get caught at the Greyhound, if you get caught at the airport or the train station or anything like that, then they have the right to indict you. They have the right to indict you. You feel me? Um oh, so do you guys think that do you guys think it's all right for people to get indicted and hit with the RICO Act? Let me know because uh a couple of months back yonder, that's what they tried to do to me. They tried to hit me with the RICO Act. They tried to hit me with the RICO, but the only thing the only thing that they got me for was drug trafficking. All they got me for was drug trafficking. And here in the state of California, drug trafficking is a misdemeanor. Like out here, drug trafficking is a misdemeanor. You're not gonna do that much time. All you're gonna do is like what? Like 4 to 5 years. Tops. If you get caught for murder or if if you get caught uh doing any of that, you're gonna go to the feds because the FBI gonna come out, the CIA, the task force, they all gonna come out, and they gonna hit you with a whole bunch of charges. If the feds gotta come out, they gonna hit you with a whole bunch of charges. And if you're not ready to eat them charges, then better try not to get caught drug trafficking, because that is a very, very offensive offense. And they will wash you up. Okay, so what else that you guys want to talk about? Feel free to let me know what you guys want to talk about. We could talk about anything that you guys want to talk about. We could talk about politics. We could talk about what's going on in the world today. We could talk about what you got going on in life. We could talk about how to make life better. What is it that you guys want to talk about? Explain. Let me know. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you guys to my best of knowledge. If I can't help, I will turn you guys on to somebody that may be able to help. Thank you. God bless. Stay safe and stay free. This is DTK News. Much love.